Previously on Vivian von Vixen and the vast beyond, our heroines left Earth on the rocket ship, the Griffin 9, to explore a new galaxy, only to be awoken from their sleep by an alarm alerting them of an alien craft trying to radio them. Now the alien is entering their ship, climbing down the ladder from the roof hatch. It was a slim, black and gray spacesuit with a tinted, egg-shaped helmet, preventing them from seeing what could possibly be hidden inside.
Hello from Earth!
Greetings from the exploratory vessel known as the Griffin 9. We are astronauts from a planet known as Earth in a star system 400 light-years from here. We come in peace, in search of knowledge. Can I ask who you are and where you're from?
My name is Professor Garbin Grix. I hail from Vinco 1. Are you truly from another solar system?
The alien removes his helmet, a hiss of air escaping as the helmet seal is broken. The Earthlings hang in anticipation of their first look at alien life, only to see that the being is a human.
He looks just like us. Is he human?
Yes, Professor. This was our first voyage outside of our system. We'd very much like to learn about you and your home. Could we return you to Vinco 1?
No, please, no. I'm not going back to Vinco 1. I'm actually fleeing it.
Fleeing? Is there a problem?
Some kind of ecological disaster?
No, something far worse. The planet was conquered by visitors from another star system, the Avidites, a race of conquerors obsessed with amassing resources. My people were peaceful before they arrived, which is why they were the first to fall. My planet is their home in this system. A generation has been raised in their malicious mindset.
Seems like a good reason to move.
It's more than just that. I'm a fugitive of the Avidite Empire. I'm a spaceship engineer who was tasked with making faster vessels for the Avidite Armada. I succeeded, but the technology I created is too powerful to be trusted with the tyrants that rule my world. With my new methods of travel, trips across the system that would take months would take moments. The Armada could invade entire planets before the denizens even knew the ships were in orbit.
Incredible. You must live in an extremely advanced society to create such a feat.
The Avidites are only advanced in the ways of war. They are a violent people, one I wished to escape, but my ship has malfunctioned.
Well, we are more than happy to help you, in any way we can.
Well, I would love passage to Delectia, home of the Omniata Union.
Well, who are they?
They are the people who I was meant to meet before my ship broke down. They are the survivors of the initial Avidite invasion. They live in the planets nearer to the star at the center of our system.
Wow, who'd have guessed these planets were all inhabited? I thought we'd be collecting rocks and eating food from a tube this whole time.
Truly fascinating. I'm interested to find out more about the people of this system. I'm curious to find out if they're all distant relatives to the people of Earth, or some sort of parallel evolution.
Yes, those are wonderful questions to ponder on our way out of Avidite-controlled space. Now, where are your star maps?
We only set a course to the system. No detailed maps of the planet's orbits.
Astro Direction Finder? Galactic Navigation Sonar System? Celestial Navigator?
I'm sorry. No, with time I can calculate with the instruments we have.
These? That will take hours, possibly days. We'll just collect what we need from my ship and integrate it into yours.
Oh, I'd more than welcome a chance to use any new technologies.
Well, the only problem is my suit doesn't have the power to sustain me any longer. I'm lucky you showed up when you did. I'd have only lasted a few more minutes. You at least have spacesuits, correct?
Well, yeah. We may not be as advanced as you, but even we know we can't breathe in space.
Oh, no need to be rude, Dottie. Yes, Professor, we have suits and radios. You can man the console with Dottie. I'll head over and you can fill me in on what I need to know.
Follow me. I'll show you to the communication console.
Fascinating. This equipment is so obsolete. You flew here in this? You're braver than most.
Oh, this is actually really advanced. Vivian is one of the smartest people where we come from. She helped design it.
And what about you?
Oh, me? I'm not even the smartest person at my school. I'm just here to help Viv. I'm like her partner.
But you've completed your studies, at least? Aeronautics, physics, astronomy?
We were studying geometry when we left. I'm okay at that.
So, she brought an unschooled child into space with her?
Hey, I'm not unschooled.
I'm in the airlock, beginning my spacewalk.
What do I press? Ah, yes. The entry hatch is on the port side.
You know, I may not be as smart as Viv, but I've been around spaceships my whole life. I'm not uneducated. I've had lots of hand-on experience. I've been to the moon.
Dear, I'm sure that's very impressive to you. To me, you've basically said you've been down the street a few times. Space travel is a necessity to most in this system.
While the Professor and Dottie argue back on the ship, Vivian gets her first look at the alien craft. It is much smaller and squatter than the Griffin, closer to a large automobile with wings and a rocket. She enters the craft to find a sleek and organized display of dials and buttons. She would love to spend hours discovering what each did, but there was no time.
Okay, I'm in. Where are the devices I'm looking for?
They are on the station on the left of the pilot seat. From what I'm looking at in your cockpit, they should look similar to your aeronautic area in origin. They will detach with clasps on the side and have a handle for easy carrying.
Ooh, a modular system. Fascinating. Your ship is truly a marvel. Ideas I dreamed of for the Griffin have been realized and expanded on here. I can't wait to learn more about your culture and science. I've got the navigation equipment and I'm returning now.
I'm sure we have a lot to learn from each other.
Like how I'm no one's fool.
The Professor whips around to Dottie, his face a horrible scowl. He raises a futuristic pistol and aims at Dottie. The ray gun is shiny and black. As it hums to life, its barrel illuminates with deadly red light.
What the?
Don't try anything, child. I don't want to hurt you, but I will if I have to.
But why, Professor?
You really thought you'd tricked me? People from another solar system just so happen to be also humanoid? In the ship you probably stole from a museum? It's all a ruse, isn't it? Just to get me to come along peacefully.
But what we said is true.
Preposterous! What kind of person would bring a child on a multi-year mission away from their home? It's cruel, and I know cruelty. The Avidite Empire is cruelty incarnate. I've had to adapt to a world where any form of kindness is a punishable offence. I've had to force myself to become a distrustful, selfish person just to survive as long as I have. So, I'm not going to let you stop me when I'm so close to finally being free.
You don't know anything about us. I chose to come with her. I couldn't abandon the only family I had.
What is going on in here? Put the gun down, Professor.
Get back! I'm not going back.
Professor, I'm warning you. Threaten me all you like, but if you hurt that girl, you will find out the limits of my patience very quickly.
Threats? I've heard them all. Violence is a currency I've traded all my life. I'm more than happy to do business.
Viv! Professor! Please, we are unarmed. You can check the whole ship. We have no means to force you to do anything. We're simply explorers, like we said. But please, take a moment to consider we're telling you the truth. That we are truly who we say we are, and maybe you're just afraid. Maybe you've just been afraid for too long.
You aren't with them, are you? The Avidite would never care that much about someone else.
Please, hand me the gun.
Here, take it. I'm so ashamed. I'm sorry. I've been paranoid out here drifting in space for so long, waiting for them to find me. When you came along, it was too much to believe.
It's okay, Professor. It sounds like your life back on Vinco 1 was pretty bad. We'll get you somewhere safe. Promise. Were you really punished for being kind? That's so cruel.
It truly is a harsh world, whose only values are strength by any means. All its citizens have to fight for everything, which is why they have such a powerful military. Every aspect of life is used to hone the people of the Empire to a knife's edge. Even our poetry could cut a man to ribbons.
Ugh.
It's all right, Dottie. We'll help you get to the Union, Professor. But try anything funny, and you'll get the business end of the space gun in your gut. You hear me?
Yes, ma'am. That is a language I understand crystal clear.
Good.
Speaking of language, why do you speak English? Oh, what is it now?
Another ship?
The Avidites! They found me! We'll never outfly them in this fossil.
Don't talk about the Griffin that way. She is state of the art.
I've seen more advanced ships in a junkyard.
Look, on the televiewer. 3 ships coming in fast.
The tele-reviewer reveals 3 craft, similar in size to the Professor's but much more intimidating. Their wings look more like serrated knives pointed forward, like a maw of blades and thorns covering the ships.
They look like jet planes. If jet planes were covered in spikes and fueled by the devil himself, those things look evil.
Those are Blackheart fighters, the Avidite Empire's premier fighting ship. We'll never outrun them. Oh, I do hope you have a means of defense in this antique.
Are you sure we don't have weapons, Viv?
No, this was meant to be an exploratory mission. We didn't equip the Griffin with any firepower.
What? That ship isn't space-worthy without at least a Gatling laser.
Well, it's different on Earth.
Oh, all right. Let me think.
Attention, unknown craft. This is Captain Qrax Osteo, leader of the Black Heart Fleet. You will release Professor Grix now, and your deaths will be quick. Otherwise, we will be forced to make them slow.
What kind of options are those? Death or slow death?
No one dies today.
Sorry. Wrong ship. No grips here.
It's Grix, you impudent dolt.
Who are you calling dolt, you old cad?
By refusing to surrender, you have admitted guilt in the eyes of the Empire. Preparing torture rays at maximum pain output.
Viv, they aren't listening to reason.
Hang up, Dottie. I'll just try to outrun them.
You'll never outrun them.
Just watch me.
Radar's indicating a group of objects off the port bow.
Asteroid field. I'll lose them there. Strap in.
The Griffin takes off. The engines hum to life as Vivian and friends fly toward the nearby asteroid field. Lasers fire past the bow of the hero's craft. Deft aerial maneuvers save them from near misses from the enemy Blackhearts. Moving into the asteroid field, the space debris shields them from errant laser fire as the shockwaves of colliding asteroids rock the ship.
You'll never escape us. Exit the field or be eliminated.
Watch out!
No, watch this.
One of the Blackhearts flies in, trying to close the distance between themselves and the Griffin, but an unlucky calculation results in the enemy craft being crushed between 2 colliding asteroids.
Got one.
You were just lucky.
Viv doesn't need luck. It's all talent.
But Griffin weaves, dodging lasers and asteroids. But one minor turn of the ship gives the lead Blackheart the opportunity. They fire and get a laser hit on the Griffin's hull.
We've been hit. I told you, it's no use. We'll never outrun them.
Well, you're the one who did all this work on making ships faster. Go make ours faster.
Gladly. Come now, girl. You can assist.
The name is Dottie.
I'll learn it if we make it out of this alive.
I'm impressed. I've never seen a ship move like that outside the Empire that could match our piloting prowess. Surrender now, and I can recommend you for a life sentence of conscripted service to the Empire's fleet instead of being atomized.
You may be impressed by my flying, but yours isn't even a challenge. If you are the peak of the Avidite's flying talent, I'll have the whole fleet aced by next Wednesday.
You'll regret that, you will.
The engine room hums and hisses steam as the Professor and Dottie enter. The Griffin's dials are being pushed into the red as Vivian tries to keep them safe.
What is this? Single turbine? Why is it so large?
Viv invented this thing, so be nice.
Looks similar to the ones we use, but far more primitive in design. Maybe if I set the drag filter to 0 and flood the solenoid valve with oxidized fuel, that should give us one big jump.
Great. How do we do that?
Turn this, tighten this. Go stand by those valves and turn them on my signal. Von Vixen, on my signal, activate your engine.
Copy that.
There is no escape now. Your engines are cold and I've got you dead in my sights. You'll soon be space debris. That's what you get for resisting the Avidite Empire.
Turn the valves, now!
Whoa!
Get back here!
The Griffin is filled with a force it has never felt before, as it experiences a speed no craft from Earth ever has. The world outside goes white as the Griffin becomes a beam in space. Before the Blackheart can react, they're long gone. But just as they escape, the Griffin jolts to a stop as a disheartening grinding and pop echoes throughout the ship. Though they have only flown for what seemed like a moment, they are far from danger. For now.
What was that sound?
Your engine is shot.
It's what? What did you do to my nebula engine?
I saved our lives with it. Now, listen. Get me to a habitable system. I'll fix up your ship to something a little more modern than this fossil.
Fossil. I'll remind you, I have a gun.
It's a lovely ship. Lovely.
That's better.
What dangers lie in wait for our heroes and their new tentative ally, Professor Grix? Tune in next time as they explore a new and dangerous galaxy on Vivian von Vixen and the Vast Beyond!
I'll get that pilot if it's the last thing I do. Also, what's Wednesday?